Listen to this. So Hunter, I got this from Caleb Maupin sent this to me. Watch. So Hunter Biden was supposed to testify yesterday, and he didn't. But instead he gave this press conference, and it's funny how, first of all, he's just the biggest liar in the world, right? And just like his father, and he's gonna be. It's like he's mimicking Al Capone in this. But
because he got fatter.
Yeah, I think
what happens when you go off the blow.
We should give him like an Italian name, like he was call him Al the Chicken.
Yeah, we know he's not Al the definitely not on crack fat guy.
Yeah. So now he's going to deny having any business connections with his father. And by the way, that's all the media asks of anybody. They walk up and say, "Hey, sir, are you a liar?" And they always respond, "No, I'm not a liar." And that's it. Well, we're going to have to leave it there.
How would he, in any possible multiverse, have business connections without his father?
Exactly.
Who is coming to some crackhead?
I have to believe, Kurt, that anybody who still believes a word out of Hunter Biden's mouth is also on crack cocaine and just relates to him on an animal level.
No, I relate to him on an animal level. Like I said, that guy parties. But I don't think anybody believes him. I think they're like, it doesn't mean Joe's bad. He loves his kid. By the way, if your kid turned out that cocked up, are you that great of a dad?
No.
Did you do a great job?
No, he found something he's worse at than being president, and that was being a father. So listen to this.
I'm proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors.
You know, in fairness, my resume is never going to be as impressive as Hunter Biden's. That guy has worn many hats.
Yeah,
but I am a little bit better at not leaving a laptop full of crack smoking and dick pics and shady business deals involving my dad in random places. You got to give me that.
Yeah, you'd hold on to that better.
Okay, here we go.
And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships.
What?
But mostly, I'm proud of my huge cock, which I take selfies of on my laptop and then leave the laptop at random places for people to find. That's what I'm mostly proud of.
With my faithful assistants, Bubbles and Svetlana, we took the business world of Ukraine by storm.
You remember that computer shop guy with the lazy eye at the Tam O'Shanter had who came forward with my abandoned laptop? Both his eyes were perfectly normal before he gazed upon the JPEGs of my enormous cock.
He tried to take it all in at once.
I'm also proud of codenaming my father Pedo Pete in my phone contacts list. Come on, that's pretty good. He wanted to be called Robert L. Peters. That's not funny at all.
Punch it up.
But most of all, I am proud of receiving a foot job from the Chinese actress who played Mulan in the live-action remake of Mulan.
I'm proud of him for most of them things.
Okay, let's start so you get a real juxtaposition against him and Al Capone. Watch this.
I'm proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors. And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships.
We had to make a living. I was younger than I am now and thought I needed more. I didn't believe in prohibiting people from getting the things they wanted.
My parents were there for me. They literally saved my life. They helped me in ways that I will never be able to repay.
Well, except by helping me with my crimes. But other than that, I'm broke, dog.
They literally ignored my illegitimate children, as have I.
I'm sorry, say it again.
They literally ignored my illegitimate children, as have I.
Oh, Jesus.
How come he's not proud of his naval service also?
Yeah.
He joined the Navy officers at 40.
I'm still married and I love my wife dearly.
Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business. Not as a practicing lawyer.
Oh, sure.
Not as a board member of Burisma.
Oh, my God.
Not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman. Not in my investment.
Now, Pedo Peter, on the other hand, that guy was balls deep in that.
At home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist.
I thought Prohibition was an unjust law, and I still do. I came to Chicago with $40 in my pocket.
So I just want to play that for you. Go all the way through it. I bet he sounds so much like Al Capone because he has syphilis. Here we
I'm
go.
proud of my legal career and business career. I'm proud of my time serving on a dozen different boards of directors. And I'm proud of my efforts to forge global business relationships.
We had to make a living. I was younger than I am now and thought I needed more. I didn't believe in prohibiting people from getting the things they wanted.
My parents were there for me. They literally saved my life. They helped me in ways that I will never be able to repay.
My son is now 12. I'm still married and I love my wife dearly.
Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist.
Certainly not as an artist. Exclusive. Hunter Biden's gallery sold his art to a Democratic donor friend from whom Joe Biden named to a prestigious commission.
Have you seen Hunter's paintings? He's no George W. Bush, put it that way.
Insider has learned the identities of two of Hunter Biden's friends who are also buyers of his art. Internal gallery documents show that sales of Biden's art brought in $1.3 million. One buyer, whose identity is unknown, spent $875,000 on 11 of Hunter Biden's artworks.
Was he a private Chinese businessman by any chance?
One thing, you know what? One thing Al Capone never did was he never left his gun in random places because he was on crack.
No. He was a responsible gun owner.
And one way they're different is that Al Capone actually had to work for his money. I just hope that when this is all over, Hunter does the right thing and starts a podcast. I really do.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he just told...
Sammy the Bull has a podcast.
Yeah,
Does he?
that's right. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
riveting.
pretty good, actually.
Could you imagine... Go ahead.
It's very funny because you could tell Sammy the Bull got a bunch of young kids who told him how to work the algo. So he'll tell you this story about beating a guy to death with a bat at Bensonhurst, and at the end he'll go, "So if you like that story, remember to like and subscribe."
Yeah. I highly recommend his Steven Seagal, Sammy the Bull clip.
Oh, really?
It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard about Steven Seagal.
No
'Cause,
kidding.
you know, he had to wear
I saw that one.
Yeah.
He had to wear a wire?
Him talking about being under arrest and fucking with the agents about Steven Seagal when they told him, you know, because there was the Gaudis that were shaking down Steven Seagal, I guess.
Uh-huh.
They wanted him to come back to make movies, and he didn't want to.
Oh, really?
And the FBI was already watching them. It's not like he ratted. It's just the FBI already had bugs in the place they're talking. He said Steven Seagal had to testify with one of those like molested blankets they give kids. And he goes, what? Why didn't you do all the karate in there? He does like a whole. You have to hear him tell. It's great, but he runs out of stories eventually. I bet Hunter has more.
Could you imagine if Hunter Biden just told true stories honestly on his podcast? He'd make like $80K a month easy. They'd
whack him.
They'd whack him.
Oh,
Yeah, I bet
They'd
you
whack
they
him,
would.
man. If he told the truth about the Biden family, that was one creepy ass family.
you just talk about foot
That is
jobs
some
in China.
creepy stuff.
Maybe he wouldn't make Joe Rogan Spotify money, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking maybe Tim Dillon Patreon money. Huh? Nothing to sneeze at. Nothing to sneeze at.
It's about a Hunter Biden painting a month in revenue.
Yeah. We're doing live comedy shows in Oxnard, California, Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Michigan, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and Boston. Plus, we're going to put a date in Edmonton, Canada, plus Vancouver. See ya. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.